Should I do the whole thing?
Just do whatever you've been doing.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to rainbow my.
So can I show you something here?
Yeah.
I can put my whole thumb in
Oh,
here.
yeah.
So at no point, while you're doing this, can I show you this? At no point should you do something unnatural. So this is natural. Having a pinky space is natural, you know. So if your pinky's not in the right spot, adjust this, you know, or do this. Don't, you know, like tense up your hand. Okay. Okay. Can you do that last thing again where you're... Okay, does that feel nice and relaxed?
Yeah.
Good, okay, or flexible, all right, great. You do this with a metronome, I didn't write it down if you do.
I've been, well, I have a lot of like pieces that are just like straight up data shape.
Yeah, okay.
So
So
I've
you
been
do
doing
those?
open string, yeah.
Okay, you start with open string first?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so do the open string.
Oh, I ruined my bow hand. Oh no, okay.
I'm not sure you did.
Oh, I just like, did this
Oh,
just to
yeah,
put up my
uh-huh,
instrument.
Okay, so stop for a second. Can you take a picture of... Okay,
Is this
so
an example of good stuff or bad stuff?
this is not so good stuff.
Oh, I forgot
Okay.
to do the thing where I.
And then, let's angle it a little
Yeah.
more like that, let's see.
Can I like reposition my shoulder?
Yep. Memorize it, once you find it, memorize what you do, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel every
I
time.
remember when I did the master class with you, you told me to put my thing over here,
Yeah,
but then I went to Simon and.
I know he said to do the opposite, right?
Yeah, and I got
And
really confused.
it really varies with the person, okay, it's not, it's an individual thing.
I don't-
So, but here's what, so you really have a tendency of going like this,
Yeah,
okay? Do I look comfortable?
no.
No, and my back actually would kill me if I did that very long, because I'm like arching my back. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the kangaroo, and I'm gonna put, watch, you can turn
Oh, yeah,
towards
yeah.
me. Maybe I should be like this, and then I'm gonna make sure that the angle of the violin is not too extreme over here. I think that, to me, like if I put it clear over here and I put my head like that, that throws my back into a really bad position. So get your kangaroo first, and then angle the violin, so watch, angle the scroll of your violin, so it's going the same basic direction as your toes, or the 10-30 position, did we talk
Mhm,
about
yeah.
that? Okay, so you were at 9, about, okay? So that's a huge difference, and then your head is gonna be much more in a natural position.
Yeah.
See, if I took the violin away and just talked to you like that, I didn't move my head at all, I don't look strange. But if I were to talk to you like this, then I would look a bit
Yeah.
odd.
I worked on this at home, but it's like I have to do it like one at a time, so because otherwise it's.
One at a time, you're saying?
Or like each step, like, cause I'll put my bow into position, and then I'll put this, and then I'll fix it.
Okay, do it exactly like you do at home.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll take this. You want to get so you can do this ASAP though. This is the kind of thing you do ASAP so that when you're
Yeah.
playing an orchestra, you can get your bow hand set
I'll have this,
quickly.
And
And then I want to see you sitting down. Okay, now, the angle there looks good and your head looks really good. You're still looking like your upper part of your body is really going back. Can you watch? You look kind of like
oh yeah, okay. So like
that.
like this.
So,
Is this closer? I just don't know how to shape my back.
so you're leaning back like this too
Yeah.
much? Okay, so yeah, that looks much better. Okay, so does that feel like what you were doing is definitely leaning back with the upper part of your back. So I had you stand against a wall and touch your tailbone to the wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you're not leaning back. So we're not leaning back at all. Okay? If you feel like you're leaning back, you're doing the wrong thing. Oh, when you put the violin up, you leaned back.
Oh.
There you go. That's a much more natural position. Much. See, if you took the violin away and then were talking to me, you would look normal if you put your arms down, right? Okay, so put the violin back up, and then get used to doing that, Camille, so that you don't go back to the old thing. You can do that, but you're gonna have to focus on it.
Yeah.
You know, one thing you don't have to focus on is one of my students a year ago had this kind of thing going on with her feet, and you know, so I asked her to stand, you know, and think about rolling her feet out because she had really fallen arches, and she actually really focused on it and came back and was able to do that. You don't have to think about that. That's even more basic.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to fix, but the goal is to come back and do it perfectly the next lesson.
This is kind of weird. Are my knees supposed to face the same direction as my feet?
Yeah, right. Your toes could come in just a little bit. They would. Yeah, there you go.
'Cause I feel like my knees are going this way, my toes are going this way, and I don't.
Yeah, you don't have really high arches, but I'm not going to worry about it. There's nothing that's really impacting your playing that I can see from your feet, as long as you don't turn them out too much. Yeah. If I thought it would, I would say something. But that's a good question. Yeah.
It's like a 45-degree.
Yeah, it's not exactly. You know, when you do a squat, like you are supposed to have, see how my knees are pointing the same direction as my toes?
Yeah, it's just really, it feels really like weird for me to do that.
That would be a useful thing then for you to do is some squats, you know, and just make sure that your knees are pointing the same direction as your toes.
It just feels like I'm really like pushing to make them go the same.
Well, there's probably a little muscle weakness that's causing that. So as long as you make yourself do it. Okay, so let's move on because we got a lot to cover. Yeah, that looks much better. You just fixed something. What did you fix?
The back thing.
Yeah, because you were
Leaning this way.
leaning back. Right, so you're not leaning back.
I fixed my index finger.
This looks 10 times better than when you first got set up about 2 minutes ago. Can you remember how to do that?
Yeah.
Because next week, if you come back and you do that same thing, I'll be disappointed because it means that you practiced the wrong way. Okay? Better do it one more time just to make sure you do it correctly. Yeah, okay. Make sure you're not leaning back. Okay, now, do you put the metronome on for the data shay? 72. What do you do? I don't know.
It depends on what I'm playing. Because I'll like do different things.
Well, just give me a speed, but this will give you an opportunity to get yourself set again. So I ask a lot of questions once people get in positions, or I do sometimes, not a lot, but so don't lose your position unless you want to spend more of your lesson time getting yourself set up. Yeah, okay, all right. So I won't set the metronome, you just play any old way. Any old speed. Nice, okay, good. Now how about doing 8 notes per string? So, and then come back.
Yeah.
Yay, I'm really pleased with that. That's really, really good. Okay, so just have a seat over here for just a second while I'm writing down here, because let's see, okay. So I'm going to just write here, stance / setup, okay? So what's the first thing that you need to think?
I have to position my body so that I'm not leaning back. And then my feet are facing the right direction and the kangaroo tail.
Okay, so I'm going to, why is that happening here? Oh well. Something's wrong with that. Oh, where did it? Something happened here. Okay, well, I lost. So, what I'm trying to do, okay, so V feet without looking down, right? The V feet, does that help?
Yeah.
Okay, the things to change, or the things to really think about are what?
Standing straight, or the back is not leaning. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I think the first thing in order not to do that is
Kangaroo tail.
don't set your violin at,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
yeah, so the kangaroo tail, that has to come first, and the pillar,
Yeah, and the
Right.
pillar and
the pillar,
10:30.
and then fix set violin at 10:30, not 9.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, and
Is
then
9 like perpendicular to your shoulder?
uh-huh,
I
right.
see.
So 12 is here, 11, 10, 9 would be over
Got
there,
it.
right? Okay, and what else? What do you have?
the head has to be like a normal position.
Right,
What's normal?
Like when you're like just standing and hanging out and
right. Not
curved,
not
Or
leaning
leaning,
back.
like your head right now.
Yes. Okay. And now, what was the other thing about the back? How do you want me to put that?
Like the not arching thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like straight.
Yeah.
Like
So
perpendicular to the ground.
okay.
Is that a bad way to put it?
Well, it's whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Straight back. The first thing you said is not arched, I think, right? Not
Yeah.
arching your back. That's the
Not-
very first thing you said was not arching your back.
Not arched or this way. Sorry, backwards.
Not arched or leaning back.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because you were really leaning. Okay. Okay, so those are the key things there. I'm going to put those in highlight because, yeah. So the kangaroo and the pillar, the pillar should help with the 10:30, right?
What's the pillar?
Can you show him what the pillar is?
Is the thing where you're just like you're not twisting yourself?
You're bringing this hip forward a little bit,
Yeah.
right? So your left hip comes forward a little, and then that puts the scroll over the toes. So the set violin at 10:30, not 9, is scroll over toes. That's another way of saying the same thing.
Oh, that actually makes a lot more sense.
Okay, good.
Scroll
And
over
so I'll highlight that too.
But then I'll look down, so that's not good.
Okay, so the things to focus on are, yeah, you look 10 times better. Or those three things right there. Okay, and then, yeah, your data shade looks fantastic. So I'm going to write that in here. Let's see, did I? Yeah. Yeah. I'll just write this. Let's see, did I put that down here? I'll just write it again. So whatever you've done with that has been awesome. Okay, next you had the, what else in the bows? Let's see here. Yeah, frog bows at 60, okay?
Can I start on the A string and then go back to
Sure,
the A string?
that's fine. Okay, so first frog bows. I'll just get you going here.
So I feel like when I try to touch the hair, that I'm going really like flat. But is that like okay?
What do you mean flat?
Like really?
The opposite of flat, you mean? Like tipped way over?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what you were
Or-
showing me
I
when
know,
you
I
were
meant
saying
like
you were flat.
this was.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well, don't think of that as flat, because when we
Yeah.
talk about flat, we mean the hair on the string flat.
Yeah, I
right?
was-
Okay,
I-
so
Do I just need to pronate more?
you need to, well, here, you set it up on the E string. Okay, yeah, that's tipped too far over, so let's just see here. Okay, so can you relax your shoulder? Okay, so let your wrist be nice and relaxed. Okay, now, can you hold that, suspend your arm in that position? Okay, just every time I let go, it starts flopping over
this
like
way,
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're suspending your arm in this position. Now, notice this is drooped down here. This is not a rainbow shape. So I'm going to pick that
Oh,
up
yeah.
for you. Okay. Let's do this on a different string because I think it's easier to feel it on a different string. Okay, so I would say really the main thing about this, from what I could see, is that you were allowing this part of your hand to sink down, and then
Oh,
that's
yeah.
going to mess everything up, including your. In fact, look what I did to my wrist when I did that. I didn't really mean to make my wrist go into that shape.
Oh wait, this actually makes sense now.
Yeah, that looks much better. Okay, so you're going to have to get it set up yourself, though. Now, notice where your left hand is. When you
Oh,
practice
yeah.
bow strokes, have your hand out. Right. Okay, now, this is not in a rainbow shape here. So, yeah, but that feels really stiff, Camille. So it should not feel stiff at all.
Is it just like a slight curve?
Yeah, like a rainbow, like
Yeah,
that.
I just feel like my version of a rainbow feels more curved, so I just kind of naturally felt like it was different.
Can you let go of, yeah. Now, maybe, okay. So
I
that's
just-
great, right there.
Yeah.
That's your natural position.
Okay.
That's exactly how it should look.
Mm.
Right? Okay, so you don't have a really big bump. I mean, yes, it's because these are straight bones, they're not curved bones, right?
Yeah.
So you will have a little bump right there. That's okay. You were doing
Like this.
exactly. Yeah. Okay, so I'll,
So like an eyebrow.
yeah, maybe that works better. Whatever works for you. Okay, so set your bow on the D string
Okay.
at the frog. Okay, that looks better. Okay, this is a new thing. We haven't done this. Have we done the 4-part set? I don't think so.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate it first.
Okay.
Okay, so stand over by your dad.